one of the interesting things about you is that nobody's ever been where you are before.
Yeah.
There's never been an Oprah.
Yeah.
In this society.
That's true.
And you know, you wake up every day and say, well, where the hell am I today? And,
right.
and what am I going to do today? Now, if you're really into control, and I saw it happen to Nixon, I saw it happen to Jimmy Hoffa, and you see these guys way on top, and inevitably what happens to them is that they surround themselves with yes women and yes men. You add the control mania to that. Who gives you your input? I mean, who's honest with you?
You ask really good questions.
Who really says,
you must have been doing this a while.
I've been on the air for a while.
Really good.
Does anybody say to you, boy, you stunk today, Oprah?
And it's great to have people to tell you that you stunk today, if you stunk today. And what I really pride myself on, this is why I will not, I do not, and will not have the problems that a lot of celebrities that you hear about, read about, have, is because I don't surround myself with yes people. I surround myself in my relationship with Stedman, people who tell me the truth. I surround myself, my business manager, I mean, is about as truthful, as bone-bearing truthful as it can get. When I do a show and I'm off, I have people who tell me. I have directors on Brewster Place. When they first come in, they're a little, oh my God, this Oprah Winfrey thing. I say, look, I want to be corrected. If I'm doing something that I shouldn't be doing, if you think that I could do it better, I want to be told. I don't want this, because that doesn't help me to grow.
I don't want to get bogged down in, you know, the noblesse oblige, the nobility of being the most visible black woman in the Western Hemisphere, if not the world. But it exists there.
Ha-cha-cha.
But it's there. Okay, now, you can't spend all your time saying, look, I got to be a role model for every black girl, boy, whatever. And you speak frequently of black culture in America. And I'm wondering if there aren't a couple of black cultures. I'm wondering if there isn't a black male culture and a black female culture.
There is. I'll probably do a show about it.
I knew if I told her she'd steal it. Well, now, wait, where are you going to go with your show? I mean,
well, I don't know. We were just talking about this the other day. Somebody has a book out about what black women are doing to black men or something. One of the producers told me about it the other day, and I said, well, you know, I get into this argument all the time about what we have done as a species to black men. What I think is truer is that at one point in this country, and it may still be true to a greater extent than I am aware of, because I've lived my life as a black female, that to be born black and male meant you were an endangered species. I watched Eyes on the Prize, and although I'm a student of black history, and I know about, you know, my roots and so forth, and grew up reading black authors and very proud to be a black citizen in this country, I don't think it was till I actually saw Emmett Till's grandfather on tape and listened to him speak and watched his mother attend the funeral, that the impact of what it meant to be a black man before the civil rights movement in this country hit me. It's very different than being black and female, because the slave master, that is who the slave master feared the most. And so that tradition, that racist, prejudiced way of thinking has been carried down generation and passed on to generation and to generation and has festered. And so you're right to a great extent that there are two separate cultures. It's very different. I undoubtedly would not have been able to be where I am if I were a black man. The challenges would have been far greater being a black man.
My daughters, and they're twins, are now 25, grew up listening to the feminists, saying, you can have it both. You can be a great mother, and you can have a great career competing at a top level with all those males with all that hormones in them that have IQs of 140. I don't think you can.
I don't either. Well, and you know what? When I first started doing talk shows, I used to listen to all that feminist rhetoric, and I believed it at the time. And I have lived this for a while, and I don't think it's possible. I think you can have it all. I don't think you can have it all at one time. I don't think you should expect to. I don't think that you can give 100% to 20 different things. You cannot give 100% to a career, and give 100% to raising children. I believe deep in my spirit is that we are born alone and we die alone, and that what you do in between is determined by your ability to take control and to know. That's who has to do it. I mean, there's no question about it. If I'd gone through my life waiting on other people to do things for me, I wouldn't be where I am. I don't sing. I didn't fit any of the stereotypes. I was, you know, overweight and, you know, not the attractive, defined as the attractive female. I mean, I really have beaten a lot of the odds. I don't think about it a lot until, like, I'm in the middle of interviews or something, and I realize, damn, that's right. It's the truth. It really is, you know. It's not the kind of thing that I think you should think about a lot, though, like, isn't this something? But I attribute it to grace now. It's my spiritual side coming out again. I just believe that the grace of God exists for everybody. And if you're wise enough to tap yourself into that, then glorious things happen to you.
I tell you, Bravi, Oprah has a lot of doors, and we knocked on an awful lot of them. And when you walk through them, she takes you to some interesting places. You should hear Oprah talk about being a control maniac. And I mean, she has been one all of her life, and I mean control. That's going to be, when is that, tonight at 9?
Tonight at 9,
yeah. Anyway, we talked for about an hour, and you'll see more of the interview tonight on Channel 7 at 9 o'clock, a whole half hour. And I think she's good.